Lagos Theatre, where for the 2022 Teenage Career Summer Program. Here, professional experts and counselors come together to educate the students on career opportunities. They share their life experiences, the challenges, and successes in order to motivate and inspire the students to make a well-informed decision concerning their career. This year's edition of the summer program is in partnership with the Alara of Ilara, Ekpe Kingdom, His Royal Majesty, Oba Olufolari Ogusanwo. And the theme of this year's program is Being Young is an Asset. And Trust Echo blog will give you all the details concerning this event. I am Chika. To stay with us.
Shall I tell you something that a lot of people won't say to you? We all wish we could go back to the past and change a thing or two about our lives. Growing up in this generation, you will see life for what it really looks like. No rose-colored frames protecting you from the harsh realities of life. Although it saddens me to mention the flaws of this country, you all have an idea of what is happening in the country right now. Your generation has more access to the internet than we did in my time. More access to life supporting programs, which can help build your dreams and goals in life.
Well, I feel awesome, I feel great. I feel like I'm on top of the world. Like, the program has really impacted a lot in my life. It has given me a motivation on the path of my career. Like me, I want to be a law student. Like, I want to become a lawyer. This program has been so helpful to me, and I believe that by the end of this program, I've gained a lot, and I'm going to that. I will not. In fact, the sky is going to be my stepping stone. It's going to be my starting stone, not my limit.
I feel great because the program is going well and everything is conducted over here. I learned about first aid and some other things about first aid. First aid is a immediate treatment given to a person before he or she is taken to an hospital or clinic. And there are some things you have to consider before giving a first aid. Firstly, you have to consider whether the person is still alive or dead. And you have to consider whether the person is in vegetation.
I'm very excited about this program because it tells more on how to pursue one's careers and how to make one and the aims in achieving one's goal. And I also love the way this program is being organized. It's organized well because most of us don't know what are and the things we are supposed to do. But now we are now educated a little bit.
It's an opportunity for me to be here. I really learn a lot. I learn how to determine the rights and obligation for my career, mostly in my academic and my behaviors, how to help someone in every situation. I really learn that is all about that.
Okay, I'm really excited to be here and I'm feeling privileged. I feel privileged to be here because I actually feel like I've been inspired a lot in different ways. I can't even express it. I'm really excited to be here. Yeah, I learned that I have value. Not that I didn't know it, but I know. But I just needed someone to tell me. But I know I have value and I know I can do something great in my life.
We all have at one point in our educational journey had challenges deciding our field of study. This has made many find themselves in a professional field that they don't have any interest in. And that is why it's important to be well oriented about our choice of careers before going for them. Due to this reason, the Teenage Career Summit was organized to orientate students about career decisions. This is an annual program specially organized to help students to be more knowledgeable about the various career options available. This year's program took place at the Lagos Theatre Ekpe. It consisted of various activities for students. In attendance were professionals from different fields of study who took turns in enlightening the students about their profession and also morals. The students participated fully in all the career talks ranging from morals to enlightening them about financial literacy and various career talks. It was indeed an educational stepping stone for all the students who were beneficial of this program.
Once a term. Wow, so we have very brilliant people and this will be good. So make sure you use your library regularly. And the last thing I'm going to talk about before I get off the stage is around financial literacy. You are not too young to be financially literate to understand the concepts of money. It is very important for you because my background is banking and I need to let you know that it is important for you to know how to keep your money and how to plan for it. There's something called how to earn, how to save, how to spend, and how to invest. You need to save first before spending, and then last one is investing. Financial literacy actually helps you to build your knowledge about money, to make you more independent when you're much older. You know, we don't really teach the concept of money in Nigeria for private, but things have changed, and it is now compulsory for everybody to understand the importance of having your own money, regardless of your gender, of your tribe, of your age, and of your economic status. So you need to know how to do that. So how do I do this? You need to have a goal actualization. So you have to bring practical steps on how to achieve your money. So for instance, I have a target to save 20,000 at the end of the year. And my uncle gives me maybe 1,000 naira or maybe every time he visits. Do I spend the 1,000 naira or I keep it safe and tell my mom or my dad or my guardian to put it in the bank account for me? Or I spend it at once? How do I improve the value of money? You don't even think about getting rich quick. It doesn't make sense because it is not true. It's a concept that they use to deceive people and take your money away. But your money has to grow and get desired value over time. Do not go and invest in Ponzi scheme, things that will take your money away from you. And you can also help people that don't know. When you understand the concept of money, you can save for emergencies. Ideally, anybody should have a 6-month savings of emergency, just in case anything happens. You are covered for at least 6 months. I know Nigeria is tough, but it can still be done. Not doing anything at all is doing more harm to yourself than not putting anything aside. How do you build good financial habits? It's by budgeting, by planning. When I have some money, what do I do with the money? Do I spend at once? I put it in different segments or different organizations, saying, this is what I want to spend, this is what I want to save. And so these are some of the tips and tricks for financial independence. How do I assess my money? So analyze what you spend. So when I get home, what do I spend? I know you guys are still too young, but because you don't spend that kind of money for adults. But you need to learn it now. Write what you spend on a piece of paper or on a book. Then you start identifying where your money goes. The second one is, do I budget? What do I spend on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on an annual basis? When you're able to write down at the top, then you're able to understand where your money goes to and what you spend on. I talked about emergency funds, so keeping your money for 6 months or things that would happen. For instance, if your roof comes up and you don't have any savings, you don't want to run around during this rainy season looking for somebody to give you money to fix your roof. But with your emergency fund, you can easily fix your roof without asking for money from anyone. Then you build a savings culture, saying that 50% goes to your needs, 30 goes to your wants, and 20 goes to your savings. Your wants are things that it's a nice to have. My needs are things that are essential: food, shelter, and clothing. Education, they're essential. And those are things that my 50% goes to. Then when you start saving your 20%, you need to learn about investment. Yes, you guys it's online, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And how they save money, they raise money, one that lost money. And there's another one that you guys can read, it's the simple form. The Richest Man in Babylon. You can write it out. I'm sure you've heard about the book before. It's an old book, but it's timeless. The Richest Man in Babylon. Then live below your means. Don't say because you have money now, I want to, how do you put it? I want to blow. Yes, I'm sure you guys have heard this story. Everybody wants to blow. So you don't have to blow, eh? Just take your time. Do it one step at a time. What did I say? And also follow all of these things before you start trying to blow. So you don't blow up, alright? I think that once you imbibe all of these things, then we are good to go and we have the very best of everything. So I think I've utilized my 45 minutes. But I want you guys, if you have questions, so I can take the questions.
All right, thank you, Ma. Can we have a round of applause for her, please? Wait, now this round of applause is too weak. I'm going to teach you.
In an interview with the Alara of Ilara, Oba Olufolarin Olukayode Ogunsonwo, he spoke about the development of Ekpe not just in the educational sector but also in tourism.
Ekpe division as a whole is one of the 5 administrative divisions of Lagos State. And it's purely an indigenous community that has its own culture and tradition. For instance, the Ilara Kingdom here is the oldest tool in Lagos State. It's been in existence since the early 14th century. And I happen to be the 55th Alara of Ilara Kingdom. So for us there, we have a rich culture and tradition. We have our old monuments, even the old palace that is right in front of this new palace is almost has been in existence in the 14th century. You can see that it's been renovated so that it won't lose its relevance and its structure, you know. And we have several culture and traditions and some festivals that we do on a yearly basis. We have the Kilajolu Festival, we have the Ajay Festival, we have other festivals so that we do. So, and I believe if we work on it very well, we would, there are kind of things that can attract tourism, which can also, in effect, generate revenue for the Lagos State government as well as the local council development area and the kingdom itself.
According to him, the development of Ekpe will help the economical sector as it will attract tourists from far and near.
People that love culture and tradition. For instance, in Ibom, we have the Agemo Festival. Even by Saturday, they are going to have their normal annual dance at Mojoda. You know, once they go to Imodimoso and they come back, after a little some days, the Ogebo will come out and then they will have the dance. This also attracts a lot of people. People come home to come and participate in the dance. And in other communities too around, they also have their own particular festivals. So, like I said, being an indigenous area in the state, we are very proud of our culture and tradition. And it's this culture and tradition that bind us together. For instance, the Kilajolu Festival is celebrated virtually in all communities, including Ekpe, Delu, Forija, Akpoka. All of us do celebrate the Kilajolu Festival. And we believe that it has its own spiritual connotations as well. Usually, it is a time that we do spiritual cleansing for the land. It is a time that we offer prayers, and people have been coming forth with testimonies of people that are barren, that are having their own children, people whose businesses are improving, various kinds of testimony. So it's not only about the culture alone, but it also has spiritual implications as well.
He concluded by urging the government to focus on Ekpe as the future of Lagos State's economical sector.
We want to thank the governor of Lagos State and by extension the Lagos State government for not neglecting us here. You can see there are so many improvements in our infrastructure. Right from Eleko Junction to here now, there is a new road that is being constructed, even down to the border, right at Okemagba there. And then of late or recently, the state government has brought a project to us there through the Ministry of Agriculture. It's called the Lagos Aquaculture Center for Excellence. It's going to be on 35 hectares, and it's a PPP project that is going to galvanize the fishing value chain for the state government. You also note that Ekpe Division is very, very rich in terms of educational institutions. So we have a lot of them here. We have Augustine University right here in Ilara. We have Yaba, campus of the Yaba College of Technology. We have the Lagos State University of Education here. We also have a LASU campus here. We also have the Pan Atlantic University here. We have the Atlantic Hall, one of the best secondary schools in Nigeria, located in our own area here. So we are known for educational development. We contribute a large quota to the educational development of Lagos State. And as you can see also, the Ekpe Division is fast becoming the industrial hub for Lagos State, especially within the Lekki corridor, where we have the free trade zone, Dangote Refinery, Tolaram Industries, and the deep sea port. You know, there is an airport that is coming. Then we also have the Alara City. All this points to the fact that Ekpe is a place to be for anyone that wants to invest there, for anyone that wants to invest probably in industries, in educational sector, in hospitality business, for tourism, in real estate, even in agriculture as well. We have a lot of land that is fertile for agricultural development. So all I will appeal to our people in Ekpe Division is that because we are the hosts communities for all these businesses and these investments, we should allow peace to reign, peace and tranquility. And we should also be mindful of the security around us, because it is, I mean, businesses cannot thrive where there is chaos. So we should be our brothers' keepers. We should always keep our eyes open to avoid all these security breaches. And then we should also take care of our youths. It's very, very important. We need to channel their energy towards things that are productive. We have a lot of youths here, and we need to continuously cultivate them. We need to continuously enculturate them to do the right thing. And with all this, I believe Ekpe Division will thrive and will be the best division in the whole of Lagos State.
We also spoke with some of the professionals who came to enlighten the students, and this is what they had to say.
I think this is awesome. This is something that we need at this point to engage the youth and let them aspire for great things for the future. There are lots going on in the various spaces across Nigeria, but we believe that with this sort of program, we actually make the student more focused, more enthusiastic about their future and the things that are happening. And I like the fact that we have different speakers come to tell them about lifelong learnings, things that will actually change the course of of what is happening now in the country, and make them to aspire to become great people, great men and women in the future. I think that we as parents have that responsibility, and we should not just trade somewhere else. We understand the fact that things are tough in the country and we need to be out there, but we still need to crave time for these children. We need to groom them in the right way. We need to imbibe the right culture in them. We need to give them the great morals so they don't depart from it. The things that the cadets were experiencing now is because we've actually we've given our parenting styles to other people to manage for us because we're busy looking for money. But as much as we're looking for money and trying to make ends meet, we need to give time, devote time to these children, teach them the basic things that they need to do. Morals are very important. Behavior is very important. We need to also put integrity in them as well, so that they can become greater adults and be able to live and be a good citizen to the us in Nigeria.
I would say that the program is extremely commendable. It's one that is required now more than ever, given where we are with social media and the fact that most young people are a bit confused as to what they want to be in future. Having programs like this actually help to streamline their thoughts and also help them in determining who and what they want to be in future. So I would say that most parents have got teenagers who are confused and really and truly don't know what to do with themselves should sign up for programs like this. I would say that anytime they hear about a program like this, especially during the holidays, they should get their kids to participate because it could be a life-changing event for them. Well, in truth, I wouldn't blame the parents. I wouldn't blame the teachers. I would blame bad government. I would blame even the children themselves because and there's a lot of peer pressure that could actually get a well-trained child to deviate from what the parents or the teachers have actually taught them or how perfect or good they should be. But then when there's an environment that doesn't actually push for people to have integrity, to be good people, to be kind to the next person, then you would have issues like we're facing right now with issues around security and most of the bad things that we see. I would say also that where children are not gainfully employed mentally, then, you know, the saying that an idle mind is a devil's workshop is something that will come out to play with any child that doesn't know what they need to do at the right time. And that's what we're seeing right now. So no matter how perfect a parent is or a teacher is, a kid could turn out to be really horrible based on the environment they find themselves.
Some of these children, they just need to be guided. You start from the known, that is your own life, how you came to get to stadium. You try to tell them that everything is not as easy as that they just have to be focused. They just have to be not to be intimidated. When I was discussing with them, I told them about my life history, that the mere fact that you come from a poor family does not make you to remain poor. And you must not look at other people's life and be imitating. Be yourself and don't be fearful. And once you know what you want to be, because in some cases, gossiping and looking at other people that have failed in life may likely to discourage children. But you have to pick your onions. That is, know those that are good, that you can emulate. You know, if you have seen like Okonjo Iweala and the rest, you know, though she came from a royal family, but it doesn't matter. I came from a polygamous family. I came from a family. It's not that they are, although I'm a princess now, but it's not that because they were rich. That time we were told that as a woman, as a girl, you don't need to go to school. You should be at home. So because of that, but I was privileged to have a mom that have idea about education, and she told me that they said that you will get pregnant before you finish secondary school, and she said, can you promise me if you will? And I promised. But then she did not leave me at that. She kept on coming and be reminding me that, you know, they said you won't finish secondary school. And I look at so many other people that have become a professor, like Professor Alele Williams and the rest. I look at her, I said, if this woman can be a professor, what is stopping me? But then, you know, as a woman, as a wife, there may be some constraints at the rest, or which I told them there. You are going to do it with respect, because you need to respect your husband. At the same time, you want to achieve your aim. So with respect, you will tactically get to that level.
Well, what led to this program is born out of my own personal experience as a child and as a teenager, because I didn't get adequate career mentorship, and I didn't get adequate career exposure in areas of career where I showed strength and interest. And I believe if I had gotten that, maybe I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. So because I didn't have that type of exposure, and I started finding myself when I had become an adult, I considered it a necessity to help as many teenagers as possible find themselves and begin to build their respective careers such that they can be better people and compete with their peers globally. So to achieve this, what we have done is we have made sure that we created an ambience where we can bring in professionals from different industries to begin to have conversations with these children such that we can provide exposure, mentorship, and organizations who would open their doors for internship to these teenagers so that they can begin to do, remarkably well as young children, just like the theme of this year is saying, being young is an asset, so that they can identify the advantages of making significant progress as a youth and as a teenager, so that they can begin to make differences before they become adults and before they grow old in life.
What I think about it is this is the right thing that for our upcoming young teenagers, to educate them, to encourage them, and I believe it coincided with its summer break, and keeping them engaged and encouraging them from all spheres of life and people from all manner of professions coming to speak to them, to encourage them. And I believe there's a precept upon which they need to see and know and disabuse their mind against the popular thing going on social media, where you see young people indulging in different things, and you can't be yahoo and build a nation. You can't be slain in quotes and really be building a nation. That we all come in different ways. I mean, if you want to be entertainer, be the best at it. If you want to build a career in anything, be the best at it. Have a vision and goal of becoming the best at it. But the other side of life, that the criminal activities, doing yahoo, defrauding people, and thinking, which has become a bit popular among the youth today, and is so much on the social media. Things like this helps in disabusing the young from looking towards that direction, because indeed, where some of us are in our professions doing well, and we need to show them that this is the way to go. There's no sudden arrival anywhere. There's no sudden success. You must build up. You must ascribe to. There it's time for you to dig deep, and there is time for you to study. There is time for you to and show forth yourself, building on good character. There's a lot to do, and there's a lot being done. There's a lot we see everywhere today. We have different programs from different organizations, available everywhere on different platforms, even on YouTube. Even whatever it is you want to try your hands on in terms of building a career, especially in ICT. I'll always encourage the young people to go into ICT. Why? It's one of the easiest and the cheapest entry point into a professional world. With 60,000 naira, you can today learn a skill that guarantees you an employment in the ICT space, and it doesn't limit you. It doesn't stop. You don't have to be a university graduate. You don't have to be. You can start anytime. We have 9-year-old people coding. We have 13-year-old people doing so well with software engineering. We have them doing animation. We have people also, learning AI, artificial intelligence, and also robotics and things like that. And all these are skills that are very viable. And with those skills, you can gainfully be employed today. So there's a lot that you can do. Just making use of Google or online search engines, just type whatever you want to type in, which that's enabled by ICT, by the way. So somebody can provide the content in the US and it's available to you here in Nigeria, and you can create your content and it's available anywhere to millions of people in the world. And look at the career. The YouTubers. How many people are getting paid on the YouTube? That's what technology has enabled in terms of career, in terms of what you want to do. So the age has really been defined. I mean, in terms of what careers are. I mean, people are talking today about social media experts. People are talking about different things, building up blogging. You talked about online blogging. In 10 years ago, this wouldn't be possible.
It's an amazing event. I never stop saying this. It's an amazing event. I mean, I will say it over and over again. If growing up we had this kind of events organized from time to time, honestly, it would have been a lot better. And we do not even have enough of this. So I really am impressed by what Ola does every year in, year out, putting this event together just basically to enlighten young people and let them know of some of the things that if we knew, we probably would have been much better than we are today. So it's an amazing event. I'm all for it, anytime, any day. Just keep aspiring to be. It's free to aspire. You don't have to pay to aspire. Never stop dreaming to be who you really want to be, because it's possible to be who you want to be. Stay on it. Write it down. I always love to write things down, and never let it go from your mind. Imagine it as many times as you can. Picture it in your head and know that you are worth it. Know that you are capable of being whoever it is you want to be in this life.
The program was no doubt a very thoughtful one that needs others to emulate the same idea in their community, just as Oba Olufolarin Olukayode Ogunsonwu has done, the Alara of Ilara, in partnership with Wema Bank.
It's been a wonderful section listening to professional experts and role models share their life experiences, journey so far, the challenges and the successes. And of course, the children were motivated by them. This is a call blog reporting. Kindly follow us across all our social media platforms. And please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, I am Chika Egu. Thanks for watching.